Hello there, and welcome to Cup tie action now as we go to Turf Moor in a moment or two to take on Barnet in the Capital One Cup. It's the fourth round this time, and let's have a look at what other games are taking place over the next couple of nights. Tonight it's us against Barnet, Chelsea play Bury, Hull take on Norwich, and Manchester United take on Fulham, take on Everton, and Sheffield United face Fulham, and Spurs against Preston. Two matches on the Wednesday night. That's at Bally Parade as Bradford take on Peterborough. So at least, you know, we're going to have a lot of team brewed in the next round, and Middlesbrough against Aston Villa. So we could go to Turf Moor as we face the lowest ranked team left in the Capital One competition. We place Mad Dog Martin Allen and his bunch of Barnet battlers who have done very, very well to reach the last 16 of this competition. So let's get over to Turf Moor, where Burnley and Barnet do battle for a place in the quarter-finals. Hello there, welcome to Turf Moor for the Capital One Cup last 16, and it's Barnet, the visitors to Turf Moor, to take on a much changed Burnley lineup, and this is what happens. Only two players start tonight who started on Saturday against Chelsea. That is Jordan Hyde, the left back, and Tom Heaton, the goalkeeper. The rest, there are 8-9 changes all in all from the Chelsea win. Adam McLean is one to look out for Barnet. He plays up front alongside Akinde. Sam Togwell will play in the midfield, and Dembele and Ngala up front, and also Graham Stack, of course, formerly of Arsenal. Aaron McLean, 3 goals in his last 3 games. He's Burnley's player to certainly watch out for. There he is. So it's Burnley. John Stutzy's Burnley against Martin Mad Dog Allen and his Barnet troops, who are 16th in League 2 at the moment as things stand. So there's 3 divisions between these two footballing sides here at the moment. His Vokes tries an early shot, and Graham Stack, the former Arsenal goalkeeper, turning that one behind for the first quarter of the evening. Burnley overwhelming favourites with the bookies. 64 odds on favourite. Barnet 16 to 1. So even think about taking the game into extra time. Fox's header punched away by Stack. Safety first, goalkeeping there by the former Arsenal goalkeeper. Good header back that, but by Vokes. Boys corner. Vokes again jumping. Lascelles straight into the arms of Stack. Clean winning that one. Sam Togwell. Aaron McLean. Away from John Flanagan here. Still McLean going all the way. McLean's cross is a dangerous one. Akinde's at the far post. Akinde will play Jack Grealish, but only as far here as Yadam. White. Yadam again. King with a header. Lascelles can get in the way. Gray to Vokes. Now Boyd. George Boyd, dangerous cross again. Graham Stack getting a good purchase, and White getting it away there for Barnet. Of course, don't play them really well. They play at the new stadium, ironically called the Hive. And here's a chance now for Akinde. He's got McLean in the middle. McLean! And still knocked back, and Burnley in a little bit of trouble here. And Flanagan just about does enough for the Premier League side. Here's Grealish. Johnson intercepts here. Barnet having a right good go. Oh, that's a bit of a late tackle there by Sam Vokes. What does the referee do here? Red card. And I have to say, if there was any arguments with the Bellerin red card on Saturday, there's absolutely no arguments about this one. Both feet off the ground. He could have broken the guy's leg. Very rash from Santos, and thank goodness Gambini's up and okay. So Burnley, the overwhelming favourites tonight, for the second game running, are down to 10 men. And have a free kick to defend. Yakindi with the header, but no trouble in the goalkeeper this time. Burnley's next fixture, you'll be able to see that with us, is Sunderland on Saturday. Only with us. Giving away to McLean. And a real chance here. Oh, Yakindi with an opportunity to put the League Two side ahead against the second in the Premier League, of course. Well, they have been the surprise package in the Capital One this season. Here's Sam Togwell again. Weston. Still going Weston. That's a good ball, but well left by Jordan Ibe for a goal kick. Again, shot to Keane. Jamal Lascelles. Towards 10 minutes to go to half time. And not many people would have given Barney the stiff even at this early stage, as the shot comes in and a good save from Stack. Well, Barney, they're hanging on in there. They've took the gate of Burnley at times, and Graham Stack, when called upon, has made some very good saves. Ibe with the corner. And it's off the line somehow. Grealish. It just will not go in. Graham Stack saving second time around after the header had initially been kicked off the line. Here's Ibe. And a chance here for Boyd. Oh, wonderful tip over again from Graham Stack. Oh, goal line technology, Hawkeye suggesting that the ball didn't cross the line. And quite conclusively, no goal. No, I don't think we really needed it. Gambin did very well to get round there and reach it in the first instance. Ibe with the corner. And he'll get a second bite. Chips it straight in. Stack with a fist. Togwell getting it away. Last couple of minutes of the first half. Here's David Jones. David Jones with a strike. And still no way through. Just to remind everybody, if it's level tonight, we will have extra time. And if it's level after that, penalties. There will be a decision here at Turf Moor tonight, and Barnet are doing their best to hang on in there, away from home. And second in the Premier League as Jamal Lascelles comes charging forward, and another fantastic block. And if Barnet can get their wits about them, they could get in there, but the ball back to Tom Heaton. He'll just click clear now. And still we carry on in this first half. McLean, as the referee brings it into the first half, a half which will be remembered for a poor challenge by some folks, and he got a red card, which was probably deserved. Graham Stack has kept Barnet in it, and Barnet had a few chances themselves, but it's scoreless at the break. No changes from either side as we begin the second half, and it's the 10 men of Burnley and is away. Still big favourites with the bookmakers. We think there'll be enough quality there and enough guile about them to get the result here and beat Graham Stack as Jack Grealish tries the first effort. There's Alan McLean. He's had one shot at goal at the moment, but yet to score. Hasn't really troubled Tom Heaton. Burnley now attacking their favourite end of the second half, the Jimmy McElroy end. Pereira now to Boyd. A wonderful first time cross. Gray was there, but Dembele was also there too. Good defending there by the Barnet defence, centre back. And the first quarter of the second half, with 5 minutes gone of it, belongs to the Clarets. It's going to be Georgie Boyd to take. And it's floated in there again, Stack with a fist. And straight to Aaron McLean. Jordan Ibe covering, and he turned away from Ibe's challenge brilliantly, and Yakindi is away here. Still going to be 3 Burnley players. Yakindi turns it across. There's the header, and it's wide from Tugwell. Real danger there for the Clarets, and that's the first big chance that Barnet have had in the game. And Sam Tugwell, if it had been more accurate, he would have scored. But Burnley here, living on the edge and rather dangerously. Jordan Ibe. Grealish. And that was an illegal challenge by Hoyt on Grealish. So a 3 kick now to Burnley. I have to float this one in to the mixer, but it's nodded away. Lascelles. And a foul by McLean on Lascelles. Free kick to Burnley, and a change here. Tom Champion comes on for Sam Tugwell, who had a glorious chance to make it 1-0 to Barnet. Well, we're halfway. Well, we're half an hour away potentially from penalty, from extra time. Maybe a little bit further away from penalties. Shot to Grealish. It's Jack Grealish. Another chance wasted for the Clarets. Graham Stack had it covered anyway. All his experience with Arsenal and his time there. He's had a good match tonight, the Barnet goalkeeper. Yakindi. That's a good ball, and Yindum is in behind here. Lascelles did well. Yindum has hurt himself there in the process, but it was a committed challenge and it was a fair challenge. Now Pereira to Grealish. Is there going to be a goal here for Burnley? Grealish is cross, showing this time, no! Stack and save Barnet again! Look ball, the world, that Andre Gray has struck the goal. But Graham Stack had other ideas and keeps it at 0-0. Well, we're coming up towards the last 20 minutes and still the game poised at 0-0. This is Burnley's fifth corner now. Boyd, Weston away. Boyd has failed to keep that in play. Yakindi to Weston. Gambin, whose goal line clearance at 0-0 has kept Barnet in the game and in the cup, but here's Aaron McLean at the other end. Chipped it in, but Jordan Ibe was always going to win that one. Grealish. Oh, lovely turn from Gray. Here's Jones. Still going. Sets up for Pereira. Good save again from Stack. And that was another remarkable save as John Yakindi is going to be replaced by Matthew Stevens. As we come up towards the last quarter of an hour of this 4th round Capital One game. We're a quarter of an hour away potentially from extra time. Here's Boyd. Well, Martin Allen will be a delighted manager on the far side, but John Stutzy's scratching his head there, knowing that Burnley have had so many chances and not taken them. Johnson, Hoyt, Stevens. Less than 10 minutes to go. Al Barnet thinking about a late winning goal here. Grealish. I think Burnley right now is extra time, but even with a change, lineup, Jones. Pereira just showed too much of it there, and Weston can bring it away now for Barnett. King in the end did well. Ibe. Boyd. 2 minutes to go. Pereira. Good run in there. He's got Gray running to the near side. Back again for Grealish. Showed too much of that to Yarden. Now Stevens. First touch let him down. Keane. 300 minutes. Are we going to go on for extra time here, folks? Pereira. Gray. Andre Gray. Gray. Stuck saves. Is it going in? Oh, it's off the line. Unbelievable. And it's all over at the end of 90 minutes and we're going to extra time. Andre Gray thought he'd run it right at the end. But a goal line clearance has saved Barnet again. And it's 0-0 and extra time back. And welcome back to Turf War as we start extra time. Ings, Balassi and Barton, 3 big hitters now on for Burnley. And Gray, Jones and Grealish, the men who have been sacrificed. Still, believe it or not, we're in extra time. And I turned up at Turf War tonight. I didn't expect this. I certainly got it now, but we've got Burnley have got 3 big hitters down on the pitch. And Danny Ings is a man who has to be feared. But here come Barnett now with Hoyt. Balassi getting his first touch and getting away there using his considerable Premier League qualities. Here's Pereira. Trying to get Ings on his way, but a good cut out there by the Barnet defence. Here's Champion. Remember, 15 minutes each way, and if it's still no decision by then, we will have penalties. Oh, how well the League Two side have done here. Stevens. Lascelles with a challenge. Balassi away. Jordan Ibe. Pereira. Boy starts a run. And a good ball in there. And Stack off the line. Playing sweeper keeper. Boy with the throw. Pereira. Who would have thought this at the start? Pereira now. Through the middle. And against the post. Showing this time Balassi. Well, would you believe it? And we all thought that Pereira was going to break the deadlock. Pereira again. And Ings, oh, it's through. That's surely going to be a yellow card. Oh my goodness me, I thought that was a clear foul there, but the referee did not spot that, and it's half time in extra time, and we'll be back with the second period right in a couple of seconds time. They'll swap around now and we'll restart the second half. Welcome back. So this is it, 15 more minutes to go, 15 minutes to see who there's a winner to be had here. Burnley still have fresh legs, and Balassi now starting to weave his magic all the way through now. Balassi! Oh, he's in the crossbar, would you believe it? And Dembele gets it away. Well, Burnley are late siege now, but just can't beat Barnett's goal. Gambin at the other end. Burnley have got to be on their medal here, the 10 men. I was on his medal. Champion! And already a chance for both sides in the second period of extra time. Jamal Lascelles, Pereira, Joey Barton, Yannick Balassi, and Ings is now through. Danny Ings now showing to settle it. Oh, Graham Stack. Another remarkable piece of goalkeeping. Well, whatever happens now, Barnet have played like tigers and have really frustrated the Clarets. George Boy with another Burnley corner, showing the pressure's got to tell. Again, Stack, not for the first time tonight with the fists. My goodness, he's been very, very commanding with the fists. Ibe again intercepts. Balassi, surely this time there has to be a goal in it. And inside again, Ings. Can he beat Stack this time? No, he can't. Balassi heads it back into the path of West End. And it looks as if we're going to have penalties. Stevens, and it's penalties. Oh my word. It couldn't get any more dramatic. 0-0 after 120 minutes. Penalties now coming right up for a place in the quarter. Welcome back, everybody. So 5 penalties each, and Burnley to go first. Joey Barton then. 1-0. So Barton makes it 1-0. Now Stevens, Matthew Stevens, who came on as a substitute, has hit the crossbar, and Barnet have missed their first kick. George Boyd for the Clarets. 2-0. And Burnley have a big advantage now. Aaron McLean could do with scoring this one here for Barnet, and he has done. 2-1. Now Danny Ings, who came on as a substitute at the start of extra time, he scored as well. 3 out of 3 for the Clarets. Now Weston, the captain, puts it in confidently. 3-2. Another substitute, Yannick Balassi. Oh, beautifully placed, and now it's match point. And if Yandam fails with his spot kick, Burnley somehow are in the quarter-finals. And he scored. Now it's all down to Jordan Knight now, because if he scores this, it's all over. And Stacker's saved to add to the drama here. Unbelievable scenes here. It still remains 4-3, but Barnet still need to put away this penalty. Johnson must not score, must score, and he has done. 4-4. So it's Pereira with the next kick, and Stacker's saved. I don't believe it. And if Gambin scores, Burnley could be out of the League Cup. Turf Moor holding its breath. And he scored, and it's Barnet who go into the quarter-finals. And Burnley go out in the 4th round of the League Cup. I cannot believe it. They rubbed their luck, Barnet, to be fair. And in the end, maybe on balance, deserved to go through. This is the winning penalty. And Gambin, who saved Barnet a couple of times on goal line clearances, has put them into the quarter-finals. It's ended 0-0 after extra time here at Booths Ring around Turf Moor. They can't believe what they've seen tonight. But it's Barnet, Martin Allen's Barnet, who go through to the quarter-finals after a dramatic penalty shootout at Turf Moor tonight. 5-4 on penalties. Burnley out of the League Cup. The phrase "sick as a parrot" springs to mind. I'm totally devastated. Everything we hit was being saved by Graham Stuckey, who was actually the true hero for Barnet. He made some magnificent saves, and you know, I've got to give him credit, but to go out of the cup in that manner, that is probably the worst defeat I've ever had on the game. I'm absolutely devastated. I cannot tell you. I mean, Barnet rolled there. Look, we should have won that game. We should have won that 4 or 5. To be quite honest, we had the chances as well. Even with the side we had, and we should have done that. I'm absolutely fuming we're out of the League Cup, but well, you've got to give Barnet their fair dues. They played very well and rode their luck at times, and sometimes when you ride your luck in the games, it's, you know, sometimes you get what you deserve. Well, if you're Barnet, you get what you deserve. And let's be fair, Graham Stack made some good saves there, and it could have been, you know, I mean, we should have gone through tonight, but we haven't. So The League Cup will not be going to Turf Moor for the first time at least this season, and let's see what else happened in the League Cup before we end our involvement for sure now. As you saw there, Burnley 0, Barnet 0, and Barnet won that penalty shootout 5-4. Chelsea had no such problems against Bury, they're easily through. Norwich winning a thriller down at KC. United just too good for Everton. Sheffield United 1, Fulham 0. That's a big result for Sheffield United. Spurs beat Preston 4-1. Peterborough winning at Bradford. These last two games were played on Wednesday night. Bradford 0, Peterborough 1. And Middlesbrough knocking out Aston Villa. So some names gone from that as well. So, but we're one of the guys sadly out of it in the draw, which I'm sad to say we're not in it. But it's Middlesbrough against Barnet. Spurs play Man United. Peterborough's reward is a home match at London Road against Chelsea, and Norwich have got to travel to Bramall Lane against Sheffield United for that's the quarterfinals, and we're not going to be in it. But we've still the FA Cup. We're still doing all right in the league, so it's not a complete utter disaster, that's for sure. But a real opportunity for some redemption as far as the season's concerned is against Sam Allardyce's Sunderland, and you can bet your bottom dollar they'll be the big guns will be back in the Burnley side. That's for sure on Saturday. As for tonight, episode 28 hasn't got the happy ending that we were hoping for. We were hoping it was going to be a nice easy night and a comfortable one, but in the end it went all the way to extra time and penalties. But it was Barnet. You just had a feeling when it got to penalties it was going to be Barnet's night, and it's there you go into the quarterfinals to play Middlesbrough. But so I end this episode with the news that Burnley, after extra time, after a 0-0 draw after extra time, are out of the Capital One Cup. It's devastating. We'll see you on Saturday for the Sunderland game, but for a devastated Turf Moor. Goodbye.